Hi, I'm Sharon. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where we're working together step by step through each of the ABRSM Theory grades. There are lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you go to sharonbeale.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets. You can download those. They're available in either US letter or A4 and they accompany each step of this series. You'll also find a page with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can access information about the books that I have available. I've written How to Take Your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's an exam technique guidebook full of tips and techniques on how to best prepare for your exam and also how to best make use of the time when you're in the exam room working through your exam paper on the day. So if you go to sharonbeale.com, you'll find it's all there. If you can give me a like, that'd be really great, and subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's lots more in store, and so now we're going to continue working through paper C of the 2017 grade 3 practice paper. So if you turn with me to page 12, we're going to have a look at question 4. So I always recommend that you have a go of this yourself first. I know I keep saying it, but it's a much more engaging way to learn. It doesn't matter if you go wrong. You'll learn by your mistakes and you'll know for next time. You learn it much more actively than if you just copy it through with me. So I'm hoping that you've had a go of this yourself. If you're writing in pencil all the time, it doesn't matter if you go wrong. You've got your trusty eraser and you will also need a ruler to hand. And so let's have a look at this together now. So question 4 asks us to rewrite this melody using notes and rests of half the value. So we're halving everything. Remember to put in the new time signature, and then we need to regroup or beam the notes correctly to suit our new time signature. So at the moment we're in 3 minim beats or 3 half notes per bar. The top note never changes. We need to stay in triple time, so we're still in 3 beats in a bar, but to halve the value we need to be in crotchet beats or quarter notes, and so our new time signature will be 3/4. And so now we just need to halve everything. So this is a crotchet beat or a quarter note rest, and so we now need a quaver or an 1/8 note rest. This is a half note or a minim, and so we need that to be a crotchet or a quarter note. And now these 1/8 notes, these quavers are going to become semi-quavers or 16th notes. So I'm just going to put the note heads in and we'll worry about beaming them in a moment. So we know that they're going to become semi-quavers. So I'm just going to leave those there like that. And then we've got this, which will become a quaver to halve that. So let's think about how to beam these. Now, we always need to show where each new beat falls by rests and beams. So we are actually off beat here. We've got half a beat here and a full beat here. We've still got this half a beat hanging around, so we need to finish this half a beat before we can then group together. It would be a mistake to think we've got 4 semiquavers, 4 16th notes that make a whole and to beam those together, because actually these will belong to finishing this beat here, because the composer's written this in a sort of syncopated offbeat manner. So we've got a half a beat here, a full beat here. So these two will be beamed on their own because they actually belong to tidying up this remaining half a beat that's hanging around. And so then here we're going to have 2 quarters of a beat and a half beat, and if we beam all those together, that shows us our full beat. Those stems got a bit long there, didn't they? Sorry about that. Shall just shorten those. Got a bit carried away there. There we go, that's better. And so if you'd have made the mistake of beaming all those together, this one would be left on its own, and so you wouldn't have finished tidying up this beat here until the end of the bar, and you need to show that there's the start of the new beat. So let's press on. So these are crotchets or quarter notes. If we beam those together. They will be quavers now, or eighth notes. And then here, that's a 2-beat note in this new time signature. That's a minim, and so we need to colour it in to make it into a crotchet or a quarter note. That's halved those then. Now here, to halve these, what we're going to have to do is add extra beams to show that they are now semiquavers and demi-semis, or 16th and 32nd note there. So let's just carry on and we'll worry about beaming them in a moment. That's a crotchet, so that will become a quaver or an eighth note. Same there, and then what we'll do here is we'll just colour that one in to make it into a crotchet or a quarter note. So we're going to have to think how to beam these together. So let's just get the note heads in first of all. So the only one that we know won't be beamed is this last one, which is a crotchet beat or a quarter note now. All of these are going to have to be beamed in some way. So let's just work backwards. So here we know that a half and a half make a whole, so we'll beam those together. We'll have to have the stems going up, because although that one should come down, that one should go up, because this one is further away from the middle line. This one needs it most. That's only a step away, that's closest, and so that one can be compromised for the sake of that one. So there's beat one there, and so here we've got a beat here, so we can beam all of these together now, because we know that that's going to be semiquavers. Oh, I've got a bit carried away there. That's one on its own, isn't it? So there, that's it. That's a quaver, so that'll have one beam. That's got two beams, but because of the dot, we need to just add an extra beam there. And so we know there's our one beat remaining. So then that's that one completed. Let's look at the next bar. So that one will colour in and become a crotchet. That's the only note, so there's nothing else to think about there. So now we've got a half note, a minim rest, and a minim rest again. And so to halve those, we just have two crochet rests. And you don't change it to a minim rest like that. That would be wrong, because remember, each new beat needs a new rest. We're not changing that, we're just giving a beat rest. There we go. That was a bit tricky, but well done, we've done that one. Let's move on to question 5. So question 5 asks us to name the key of each of these tonic triads. In a sense, the fact that the tonic triad, that gives us the clue. The lowest note is the tonic, and so that should give us at least half of the story. So here we're in the treble clef. That's a C, B, A flat. So we know that it's either A flat major or A flat minor. So we just need to work out which is which. A flat major would have a key signature of B flats, E flats, A flats and D flats. So we've got an A flat, that's correct. That's an E flat, that's correct. So we're in A flat major. Let's have a look at this one. So we're in the bass clef now. So we've got Good Boys Do Football, F. So we know it's either F major or F minor. Now F major has a key signature of B flats. However, here we've got an A flat. So that can't be correct. It can't be F major. It's F minor. And F minor shares the same key signature as A flat major, and there that will explain why we have the A flat. Also notice from the major F to A, we've gone smaller, so it's a smaller interval, so that also tells us it's minor as well. Let's look at this next one. So now we know it goes Good Boys, so G, F, E. So we're in E, we're either in E major or E minor. E major has the key signature of F, C, G, D sharps. And here we have a G sharp, and so it's part of the major key signature. E minor is related to G major, which just have F sharps, and there would be no G sharps here if it was a minor. So we know it fits in with the major key signature, so it's E major. I do suggest that you have all your key signatures for your majors and minors written out right at the start. Write out the list of your circle of fifths. There's a video that I've done explaining how to do that, if you look in the description below on screen. So then you haven't got to keep thinking about it. Let's press on. So here we're in treble clef and our tonic is a C sharp, so we know it's C sharp something or other. And it's C sharp minor because we know that C sharp minor has the key signature of E major, which is F, C, G, D, and that will explain the C sharp and the G sharp as well. There we go. And then here we have, so we know that's an A, all cows eat grass, A, G, F, E, D. So we've got a D, an F and an A. So we know it's D something. Now D major would have F sharps and C sharps. There's no F sharp, so it's a minor. And D minor is related to F major, which would just have a B flat, and that would then explain why the F doesn't have a sharp either. So there we go, that's that one completed. Let's turn over the page and we'll have a look at question 6. So a nice easy one for this question. Get a little bit of a break after those 2 tricky questions. So we're just going to have to name the notes. So we just got to watch out that we keep our eyes peeled on the clef and just counting the ledger lines carefully if you're out of your usual territory. We can either count from a note that we're familiar with or we can count the octave. So they've given us the first one as a starter, so we'll just follow in their stead. So here we know that this is middle C, C, or if you're not comfortable starting there, you can start even here on the E, every good boy, E, D, C, B, A, G. So we know that that's a G. And then of course there's a flat. Alternatively, you can count up the octave. Don't forget to always count the given note as 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 takes us to here. Every good, it's G, but we're an octave lower. So here again, we could either think, well, this is middle C, so one above middle C is D. Alternatively, if you're not sure, good boys deserve football always, A, B, C, D, or you could count down your octave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you've not had a go at these, I suggest you just crack on and have a go at those, and then we'll check through them together. So I'm hoping you've had a go. We'll just check through these last few. So here we're in treble clef. We know that this top line is F. Every good boy deserves football. F, G, A. So here we're in the bass clef, that's a G, F, E, D, C, and then it's a C sharp. I suppose you could just write the symbol, but because they've written the word in full, we'll carry on and do the same. So here, let's count the octave because we've got a lot of ledger lines here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which takes us to here, F, A, C, E, flat. And that's that question completed. I hope that's been helpful to you. We'll look at the next questions in the next video. I hope there's a benefit to you and I hope that you're enjoying it. I'm certainly enjoying working through it with you. If you can give me a like, that'd be really great, and subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's lots more to come. And please do visit sharonbill.com and make use of all of the information that's available to you there. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.